morning. It's another beautiful day in Ireland, and Gary's Tours likes to bring you little known places that you don't hear about in any other videos. This is Castlegregory Beach. I'm sorry, Castlegregory Beach. White sand and some stone, but a lot of white sand and miles of beach, a beautiful beach. Markers for safety and swimming, and a great place to come. Castlegregory is on the way to Dingle. There's lots of homes here, and a really cute little town goes along with it. Absolutely beautiful place. And you'll see behind me, there are lots of manufactured homes that people live in here on the beach. So if you like a sort of a California lifestyle and want to live in walking distance to a beach, you can do it. And remember, this is Ireland. It rarely goes below 50 degrees here. So this is a great place for seashells, beautiful rocks, and lots of housing is available. We're going to check it out and see what else we can find for you here. The town looks pretty cool too. It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's not overpopulated yet. When it gets a little warmer, I have a feeling this beach gets pretty crowded, if I had to guess. Castlegregory is the longest beach on the Wild Atlantic Way. It runs along the sand split which separates Tralee Bay from the Atlantic. Seven Islands lie offshore at the top of the split. The early Christian monastery on the largest island is said to have been founded by Saint Simeon in the 7th century AD. An adventure playground. Here are some of the ways in which people enjoy themselves at Castlegregory Beach. Angling, fogle boarding, beachcombing, bird watching, canoeing, and cycling, dolphin watching and diving, golfing, horse riding, kite surfing, kite flying, listening for natterjack toads, painting, paddling, paddle boarding, seal spotting, sand yachting, swimming and surfing, and walking along miles of sand. You can see it goes all the way around. And here's swim distance markers they have, so you know how far out you're swimming. There's so many things to do in County Kerry. People go to Dublin and do a lot of things around Dublin, but don't come here. And there's safety floats out there. I see some small boats with engines on them out there. Take a quick look. You'll see them out there. Small boats with engines, little runabouts, moored out beyond the swimming area. There's probably dinghies around here they used to get out to. If we look down further along the beach, there are some paddle boats. It says book here. Boogie boards and paddle boats stacked up, and I guess at the right time of year they rent those to you. Here's a map that more particularly shows you where we are. The red dot is where we are, and Castlegregory, the town, is back further, and it shows a lot of the things that you can do. And it shows, this is really like sort of it's, I don't know how I describe the shape of this land, but it's like two pointed figures coming out. I think it's surrounded by beach on all sides. They talk about the toads here, the natterjack toads. This gives you an idea what the beach looks like. You can see where we are. There's a lot of beach to walk. The beach where we are, and where you can walk in the beach if you wish to. So where you can walk is much larger than we are actually situated here. This is Sandy Bay Caravan Park. And you can park your caravans here. And many of these look actually like permanent manufactured homes, but I suspect they rent out. Let's inquire. See if they're open. Maybe it's too cold. They're closed. I guess when it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 3 degrees centigrade, things are a little slow here. The old water pump, 10 miles per hour. Caravan Park was opened in 1966 by John and Teresa Courtney. Oh, summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blowing, and wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, Alassie, go? A verse from Teresa's favorite songs celebrating 50 years of business. Let's ask this gentleman if he knows anything about rentals. Sir, do they rent these places? Do you know? Do you know if they rent these places?
Oh no, sorry, there's no renting here.
They don't rent them.
No,
people own all these houses.
They do, yeah.
And they come in the summertime.
That's it for their holidays.
And that's it.
That's it.
But they don't live here all year long.
No.
It's just for the summer.
That's right.
And they don't rent them out.
No renting.
And so people, they look like manufactured homes. I think in the U.S. they call them like single wads.
Yeah, I think so. They're on a...
Is this your home?
A steel chassis. No, I'm just doing a job here.
Oh.
Steel chassis, and then you have... They're built up then from the ground up, you know. And they're on wheels. You can move.
Oh, they're on wheels?
Yeah, they're mobile, yeah.
And the people just bring them in, leave them here, and buy them?
That's right.
And do they have to pay rent to the people?
Oh, yeah, you rent.
They pay rent to the land?
That's right. Yeah.
How much do they charge?
I don't know what it is.
Okay, well, thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
What's your name, by the way?
Brendan.
Brendan. Thank you, Brendan. So everybody owns these. They don't rent them out. How cool is that? Let's look at some more beaches around here. This is the middle of this really sort of a sandbar that we're on at Castlegregory. I'm pretty convinced that Castlegregory geologically is built on sand. That the glaciers came along and dumped a big pile of sand here, just like it did where I grew up on Long Island, which is all sand as well. And these are sand dunes. I haven't seen sand dunes since my childhood, going to Jones Beach on Long Island and going to Cape Cod, and I've seen sand dunes out in Malibu Beach, as a matter of fact. That's sand. And look at that one sand dune where the grass got torn away. For whatever reason, the grass was pulled away on one half of that sand dune, and it's probably been blowing away. That's the grass prevents the sand dunes from just blowing back into the water and eroding. So they're big piles of sand that grass is growing. Here's a closer view.
This is the part.
Half of the sand dune's now gone. You can clearly see that sand. Somehow it got dug away, and a lot of the sand, I guess, just got blown away. But this is so beautiful to see sand dunes like this. Now, this is another view of the water and the mountains in the background and the waves on the Atlantic Ocean. And if you look at this, the waves aren't tremendous. Maybe they're mitigated by the bay, but they come in, and you can see, you'll eventually see in the distance the ocean. But that red material you see, that's covering the beach. When I was in town, after I made this video, I saw a sign for someone who was a beachcomber who was looking for a place to stay for 3 months because he'd been hired as a beachcomber to remove all the seaweed that's accumulated over the period of the winter storms from the beach, so that people could come out and use the beach without slipping and sliding on seaweed. Now we're looking off at the mountains in the distance, which is absolutely beautiful. And on the right side of the screen, you're seeing the Atlantic Ocean. As I think I probably told you in prior videos, we're coming out with a coffee table book about beautiful scenes in Ireland. And this is probably one of the scenes that you'll see in that coffee table book. It's coming out, it's going to be published by Amazon, and it's coming out in October. With about 100 beautiful scenes on glossy 3-color paper. And Ireland has so many beautiful views, and I really can't find a book that covers them properly. And we're not capturing the photographs from video because the quality is not high enough in videos. They're going to be straight still photos. Some will be what they call panoramic photos. As a matter of fact, the technology in this camera that I'm using to make these photographs has what's called a panoramic capability. It automatically takes 9 photographs. It goes to the left, shoots 3 of the clouds, goes to the center of the picture, takes 3 more, goes to the bottom of the picture and shoots 3 more, automatically, electronically, then puts them all together in one photograph. I don't know how it does it. It's absolutely amazing. And it's a seamless sort of photograph when it's done. Of course, it's a little distorted because it's panoramic. But some of those photographs, if we can get them onto paper, they'll be in the book as well, which will really capture. Look at the blue sky that we see looking at this photograph or this video. Waves aren't high today, but it is beautiful. The deep, dark blue sky and the blue reflecting on the water and the mountains in the background. Some of them look a little dark because of the cloud cover. And I don't know what the orange stain is on the boulders that you see there. Now, this is also apparently, this isthmus, I guess you'd call it, is really a place for horses to live and breed as well. Lots of horses are found here. So besides being built on sand and growing a lot of grass, I think when I was a kid, I knew more about horses than I do now. I think one of those horses is a Palomino horse, one of the mixed colors. I'm not sure, but I think that's what we used to call them. Several beautiful horses. And here's another shot near the top of the island. And we're looking out at 3 islands. Remember we mentioned earlier in the video about an island where there was a monastery in 600 AD, and there were 7 islands out there. I think later in the video it's described by one of the residents as the Seven Hoggs, which is sort of Gaelic for what they used to call islands, because the word hog is very similar to the word used for island. Look at the waves breaking on the rocks. Wouldn't this be a great place to have a home? I'd like the home right there on the right side of this video. That's absolutely beautiful to me. Imagine staring out at the Atlantic Ocean every day and watching the weather change and the winds change and the waves coming in and the waves breaking on the boulders that's out in front of your house. Now this is a little beach we have right here. And the people who live in there's 3 or 4 houses here that look like they have similar design. They can literally walk down right from where my car is parked down to this cute little beach. So they have their own sort of private beach with sand. It looks like they cleaned the seaweed off. And they can go swimming in their own little beach in sort of a little private lagoon in Ireland. What a cool place to live. And it looks like these people might actually live here all year long, because it looks like the houses are relatively permanent in nature. We'll get a little tighter shot of it very soon. And they actually look like they may have been built by the same builder, because they look sort of similar. Those 2 houses, and there's another house in front that is also similar in construction. And they were probably built by the same builder, and they probably used that little beach. I see they get electricity, they have power, which is a positive thing. I don't see any cable coming in. I see phone lines, but no cable. I'd be in big trouble without cable, because I need cable to do my videos and to upload them to YouTube so that you folks can see them. But I'd still like to live in those houses if I could. I'd get a satellite dish, I guess. Maybe that's how they do it. Maybe they have a dish, I just can't see it. So they get access to the internet through the satellite. Beautiful place to live. And I'm told by one of the people who told me I should do this video, she lives in Castlegregory, and she has a child, and he rides his bicycle to school, which is about a block away on Castlegregory. She loves it in Castlegregory. She loves hanging out on the beach all summer months and thinks it's a wonderful place to live. Prior to living in Castlegregory, she lived in Dublin, and she didn't feel Dublin was an appropriate place to raise her son. It's a little too urban for her. Here's another view of some additional horses. I think it's the Palomino that we saw, and some of the other horses. And the farmer has apparently planted some sort of pricker bushes adjacent to the wall to keep them in. He's not using an electrified fence like some farmers use. He's using pricker bushes. So if they go too close to the wall or try to get over the wall, they could probably jump the wall easily if they wanted to. But they see the pricker bushes and don't want to mess with them. I think that's really cool. Look at the mountain in the background. Isn't that beautiful? I live as someone who grew up in Long Island where we don't have mountains. To see mountains that big and that close and that beautiful, and a beautiful sunny day like this is just amazing to me. Let's just take a minute now and sit back and look at the horses, look at the views of the water and the mountains, and just sit back and enjoy it. I can put on some music for you if you'd like. Okay.
This is the Dingle Dolphin.
The Dingle Dolphin, of course.
Yeah, and there he is again. There, don't mind
Everyone knows about him. Well, he has a name. What's his name again?
Fungi.
Fungi, right.
And there is Fungi with my husband.
With your husband?
Yes.
Aww.
And this is roughly, now you have, where are you from, the States? These
Yes,
are
New York.
spiny lobster. We call them crayfish.
I saw a lot of lobster pots.
This is the biggest lobster fishery in Ireland.
Right here?
Yes. And this is the regular big fella.
Are you open all year?
Except for Christmas. And then you have all these little fellas. Just mind the cable here.
I don't mind.
You have.
I'll be careful.
These are tiny. You know, this is little Tim Poplenny. That's a macro shot.
Yes.
And these are the sea anemones.
Yes, you don't
blankets of them.
Don't step on them.
These are all out there. Fellas, the seals are up this way, and they over the years the mothers they let us play with the cubs. They don't bother us. And then,
that's nice.
And this is one of the dives. It's called a letterbox because it's like a slit.
You mean that's a place you can dive to?
Yeah, out. That's a big island out there.
Wasn't one of the islands, that big island, are they all abandoned islands?
Well, they were never. That was never lived on.
Was the one that had something to do with a monastery or something?
Yes, that's Lough Gill. That's out there behind that.
And there was a monastery.
See this house, the low-lying green one? There is two houses on it.
Yes.
Abandoned, and
they had a monastery of some sort.
Yes, 6th century Saint Senan.
So this is a bed and breakfast.
Yes.
Wonderful. And you also have certified teachers to teach.
Yes, we have.
Patty certified.
And a course director, just mine, son.
Wonderful. And you got a bar, it looks like, too.
Well, that's a coffee dock. Like
coffee dock.
Yeah.
Very nice. And what's your name?
Pat.
Pat?
Yes.
That was my late wife's name, Pat.
Is it? And there's my late husband who's only newly left us.
I'm sorry.
So, that's it.
This is very beautiful.
Would you like to take one of these?
I would.
This is a Kerry Gems. It's free.
Yes.
And there's all the maps and places. We're actually in it.
Good.
Oh, sorry about this. This is all Castlegregory now.
Oh, yeah.
Now, where are you from in the States?
New York.
Well, my daughter's on the Cape Cod in Boston.
Beautiful.
And this is exactly the same geography. It's a Stromboli, like the Cape.
I was looking at the.
This is what we are, a sand spit or whatever you want to call it.
And I see sand dunes. It's like reminds me of Long Island because I grew up on Long Island.
Well, this is like it reminds me of Cape Cod, and you have the ocean side and you have the bay side.
And you have the Atlantic Ocean right after that.
That's it.
I see there were some surfers out there too.
Oh yeah, this is they call this the Gold Coast of Kerry. We have all the water sports.
Is it mostly summer, or do you do it all year long?
Mostly summer. It's too cold in the winter.
Too cold. It's even too cold today.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
3 degrees
yeah,
today,
yeah,
right?
it is. We usually say to our divers, it's real diving for real divers. Not Florida, soft boys.
No, it's not South Florida. Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
Of the rates you charge?
Oh, for here?
Yes.
All depending on the season. It's about $120 a room for 2 people.
That's very nice. That includes a breakfast.
Yes. Do you want to have one peek at a room?
Sure, I'd love to see a room.
Come on. Just mind yourself there now.
I'll be stacked, careful.
Mind
I see that, yes.
You see, this is an old house adapted. So there's a bit of ups and downs.
That's okay.
Right.
Very nice place.
This
How long did you and your husband run the place?
30 years. Now, mind your step
Yes.
here.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
This is one of the bedrooms.
Oh, looks very nice.
And all en suite.
Very nice. And there's a bathroom en suite?
Yep.
Very nice, Pat. What a nice view that you have here, too.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That's $1 million view. And the bathroom is beautiful.
No.
Very nice.
You've got a good picture of the place.
I do. And this room would be
120.
120.
Yeah, mind your step. Yeah.
Yep, very nice.
Yeah, I'm going to have I'll just show you this
Okay.
one. These are kind of a family room.
If they want to bring their children with them, yes. So you have 2 beds in this room. That's great. So it's 2 kings, really, right?
Yeah, yeah. And you have a sea view, but it's through the car park, of course.
Yeah, but you can still see it. You still
Yeah,
water view.
Yeah.
And let's see what the bathroom looks like. Very nice. Very nice. Very clean. Very well maintained.
Thank you.
Do a great job. And this looks like that looks like a picture from a place called Jones Beach.
Well, it's
here.
It's here.
Yes, I can tell by the mountains.
Yeah.
We don't have the mountains there.
No. Just 1 second, and
Sure.
I'm going to take your.
Okay.
Your wife will think you've been kidnapped. Mind your step.
No. She's deceased.
Oh.
Remember? 15 years ago.
You got a job.
Sorry.
No. This guy was a diver in his other
Oh,
life.
cool.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, it won't fit in that back wall, right?
Yes.
So that left light, I'm going to kill that light and put it there.
Yeah.
Because we're not short for light anyway.
Is that where you do the PADI certification in
This
here?
is our course director.
Yeah, good.
We do everything in here.
And you do the PADI certifications here.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Very cool.
Now you've had a good rundown.
I have. I'm impressed.
Now mind your step.
What do you charge for PADI certification in your course?
Oh, that's his department.
Okay, I'll ask him. Sir,
Daddy.
what do you charge for the PADI certification?
The open water is $6.95.
$6.95.
Yeah, euros.
Yes, but you do it in here too, right?
Everything is here in house.
So you start in the pool and then you take them out in the
Straight
water.
out onto our boats.
Very good. And then they're certified and they go anywhere.
Everywhere in the world.
And just rent the equipment and they're good to go.
Everything. Yeah. We
Excellent.
supply everything.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Smile, you're on camera.
Yes. You'll be on YouTube soon. Beautiful place.
Okay,
Beautiful.
no.
I love Castlegregory.
This is Castlegregory.
A little known place.
Now, and these are called the Seven Hoggs, the Maharee Islands.
Uh-huh.
And there you see they're all strung out.
We got a better shot. There you are. The Seven Hoggs, they call them.
They call them Seven.
People. They said another video. Hold on. People, it's really beautiful people.
You might link it up to our site.
I will. Oh,
Okay.
good. It has your website on it.
Yeah.
I will certainly do that. I'll link it up to your website. Thank you. Bye-bye.
These are some of the older fishing boats on Castlegregory. I have a feeling that the new boats are already out working and getting lobsters and doing what they're supposed to be doing, and the older ships are still left on the pier. But this seems to be the base of operations for the lobster business that they have. We're looking at now what they call a lobster, or a crayfish, which is sort of a lobster-looking creature. Looks sort of cute, actually, doesn't he? But he's like a lobster. And then we take a look at the lobster nets that they have here. And it looks like they had room for a lot more nets, so a lot of the nets, I think, are out already, catching lobsters at this point. But let's take a look at those.
Ocean, lobsters go in and get stuck and can't figure out how to get out. And then haul them all off. Looks like there's some here. Lots of boats out here. Little boats, little fishing boats. I think some of the bigger boats are out. Wonder what they catch in that. That's a big lobster trap. Big lobsters maybe? Big crabs? Looks like the fleet is currently out right now, I would say. And here's some more traps over there.
Now, well, let's walk past the older fishing boats and walk down and see what we have as we get closer to the launching scene where the boats are actually launched. I still think most of the boats are probably out and not available right now. And what do we see here off in the distance? I'd say it looks like we have some potential scuba divers. Let's see what's going on.
Are you doing an open water certification? Is this an open water certification?
No, we're instructors.
That's what I mean. So you're certifying people.
No, we're just going out.
Oh, they're all instructors.
Yeah.
You're just having fun right now.
After 20th of May, we can certify you.
Okay. I heard for $695.
600.
695 euros.
If you need some information, you can
See you with the water.
I already talked to Pat.
Oh, okay.
Are they students or are they instructors too? Instructors? And is this where you take the students for their open water run?
Sorry?
Is this where you take the students for their open water run?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm sorry. I like to interview people. Is this where you take the students for their open water run?
Yeah. So
Right.
there's like the water world up there.
Yes.
So they use the swimming pool
Right.
there for pre-training.
Right?
And then we'll come down to the pier and do it as
Do
well.
it here.
Yeah.
So down here you do the open water. How far out do you take them?
Just around the pier for the first few dives, and then Water World have a boat, so we go out to the islands.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So deep water.
Yeah.
And tell me what you see here.
Oh.
You see
spider crabs, the dog
Dogfish.
fish like smoked shark.
Sometimes we see dolphins as well.
dolphins.
Yeah.
Any seals?
We saw a couple seals actually around the islands. A lot of birds. What else is there? Just fish. Like
So is that a tank that's good for 1 hour?
Yeah. So this will do me my 2 dives.
For 1 hour?
2
It
20
depends
minutes.
how
Yeah.
of your supply of your air. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
It depends on how deep you are.
Yes.
If you're on this like 5 meters, yeah, obviously it can be an hour or even more. But if you go deeper, it's
How
you spend
deep?
it faster.
How deep is the water out here?
Yeah.
You can get 5 meters off the pier.
Even 9 if it depends on the tide. On a high tide, 9.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry. You're not going to get the bends for any of those depths.
No.
You're not doing 150 feet or 200 feet, right?
No, not today. Yeah. Sandra, she owns Waterworld, so she certifies everyone. She's a instructor development course.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, she's in the car there. If you want.
Well, no, interviewing you two is great.
She'll have better information.
When are you going in?
Come to Kerry College to fly. They have a program for this year.
They do?
Yeah, it's free as well.
And you can be like a student in Kerry College and take all knowledge, like practice everything. And
They certify
like
you
a career
from-
development course.
Yeah.
And become a open water scuba diving instructor.
And if once you're PADI
system.
certified, you can travel anywhere in the world and rent equipment, right?
Yeah.
More than 170 countries recognize this certification.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you. Be
Thank
careful out there.
Yeah,
thank you for your
you.
interest.
Thank you.
Come
Take care.
with friends, please.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Maharees tours, folks. We're now still at Castlegregory. As you can see, the roads are not particularly wide here. And we visited the beach. This whole area is surrounded by... As I say, the people sort of like the roads like this, I suspect. If they didn't, they'd move to change them. Now we have actually a dividing line. How about that? And we're passing our friends the horses. We'll probably see some more horses on the way out. If I could, I'd hold the camera and let you see more horses, but we can't. And now there's a car coming, so I'll pick the widest part of the road right here and see if I can let him by. And if doing that, he's going to give me a nice little wave, which is what we do in Ireland. Because I was polite, he's happy, no one had to back up. I'm saying goodbye to our horses. And going back to the actual village of Castlegregory. That's where our subscriber lives, and she told us we should check it out, and she wasn't wrong. I may put this up very quickly so she can see it. Now we're passing more horses on the right, as you probably can see. He's going to stop. Great. See how polite he is? He's stopping to let me by in a wide spot. Thank you. That's all it is politeness and kindness to one another. I wish, actually, I'm from America, and I wish American drivers were more polite to each other. We're not really. Everyone's in too much of a hurry. Sort of a limited time. Here's another restaurant with Guinness. This looks like a great place in the summertime to have fun. You can see this is one of those roads that's really, really narrow. And what we'll try to do is try not to kill this gentleman's dogs. And going at this speed, they'll probably make it past me okay. She's wondering who I am because I waved to her. This is what so many roads are like. And they get by. See it with people pulling over here and making room every few feet, it seems, There's a place where you can pull your car over and let other people by. And that's how people get by here. We're going to walk around Castlegregory now, the little town. Once we get back to it, right now we're still in the beach area. And this seems like a great place to live. So that's a B&B that you can stay at for $120 a night currently, and this is the start of season. And you get breakfast included. 120 euros a night. Not bad. Not bad for $6.95. Although it appears the divers are trying to tell me there's less expensive ways to do it if you go to Kerry College, Kerry County College, and enroll there, take your part of your course at Kerry College. They probably have a pool somewhere to get to the indoor certification, and there are probably less expensive ways to do it than the resort certification. Resort certifications are known to be more expensive. I was considering being PADI certified at some point in time. At my current age, I'm not sure it's worth it. Although I would like to see the coral in Key West before it all disappears due to global climate change. Now here, they don't even have lines on the road. Lots of permanent houses here too. So people live here permanently. What a great place to live. What a cool place to live, I think. There's another road going off to another section of it. It's really like it's like a Y. There's two little Y legs to this sandbar that we're on here. More sandbars to our right, houses to our left. There's some horses, riders on horses. Up ahead, did you see that? That's a rider on a horse. He's training the horse. That's a workhorse too. He's riding a workhorse. That I believe was a garter on a bicycle. Probably not a bad way to get around down here. And when it says go small go, that's Gaelic for go really slowly. They usually want you to go slowly because of some reason. Here's the dive center. That's a surfing center, surf shop. It's a way to change quickly centigrade to Fahrenheit. It's supposed to be 9/5 times the centigrade number plus 32, and that will work for you. But this, my quick way of doing it is I just take the centigrade figure. Today it may be 7 degrees, and add 32 to it, and that would make it the 39 degrees Fahrenheit. And plus or minus 5 degrees, you're going to be more or less correct doing that. So those are the houses we passed previously. Manufactured homes that people have bought, that they leave here all winter long, and then they come and live here during their summer vacations. Or maybe they just use them as summer homes and live in them all summer long. And they say this is the Gold Coast of Kerry County. There's some hikers, backpackers. Now we have a nice wide chunk of road here. Interesting to see a guardrail too. There's those yellow plants. I don't know what they are, but I'd like to know. If you know, let me know in the notes. Great beaches here. I suspect you can walk to them. The woman who told me to come check this place out lives in Castlegregory, in the town itself, which we're getting close to now. Street cleaner. How about that? Street cleaner or street roller, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's doing something significant. I'm not sure we can get past him either. He's dragging a roller with his tractor. He can't go very fast with that roller. You can hear the roller making noise. He's going to pull over. He's waving to his friend. She doesn't like the noise of the roller. Another backpacker. And this is one of those one-car bridges. And now we have a wider part. Now for 2 cars. So it's nice little homes here. Looks like a nice place to live. I think we're on the other side of Sleigh Road. I'm not sure. I'm going to drive up toward Dingle and see exactly where we are in relationship to Dingle. That guy was a little close. He was over my edge, on my side of the road. Probably was being inattentive. Very nice homes here. And Tralee is another cool place to go visit. Now we're sort of in the town. Let's look around here and see what there is to see in this little town. Maybe a place to stop. Maybe we'll stop and have lunch. Who knows what we'll do? Who knows what we'll find? There's Fitzgerald's Bar. And there's Post Office Square. This is a very cute little town. They build the houses right up to the edge of the property. I guess that goes back probably to colonial days. There's a house that's sort of abandoned. Good house for me. A lot of these houses, I think, are summer houses only, maybe? I don't know. Well, there's a car there, so maybe it's not a summer house. It reminds me a little bit of either the Hamptons, although there's no cars allowed in the Hamptons, or certain parts of California is like this as well. Well, sort of like a beach community. What do we have here, pray tell? Besides a car. This is the Castlegregory GAA Club. What do they do in a GAA club? That's Gaelic Athletic Association. What athletics are they doing today? And there's a bus here. See what they're doing in the Gaelic Athletic Association. I don't know, but it's worth investigating. Let's explore the Gaelic Athletic Association headquarters here. Or maybe not. It's probably some sort of a club house. Maybe they're having a meeting. Who knows? Nicely decorated. It looks like there's some activity over here next door. What could this be? Beautifully painted wall. Oh, it's the post office on post. Post office is busy here today. Let's stop recording and just walk around and see what we see. It's turning out to be a very beautiful day, too. Is this a cute little place? Blow-in Coffee, the Village Pharmacy, a tiny little town called Castleberry. And it has a little park for kids to play in here. And the famous frogs from this neighborhood, this locale. Best of luck to Clara Butler and the Carey's ladies team. So this is a small grocery store in Castlegregory. And they even have their own post office in Castlegregory. And a meat department. And a butcher. And people putting away products. What could be poor? They have a deli department, looks like, too.
I have clean chicken. I clean chicken here.
What a great little town to live in. And they have coffee. That's tempting me immediately. Plus a large selection of wine. Sodas, little hardware items, and housewares items, and a wine department, and a checkout department. Plus ice cream. Go to the main street in town and look at all the cute little buildings down the road. Reminds me actually a lot of Bermuda. Narrow streets, no sidewalks. Okay, Gary's Tour fans, we're still in Castleberry. I just thought you might find this interesting. We're on a road going literally through, I guess here they call it a bog. Where I come from, we call it a swamp. It's like there's a house at the end of this road the other way behind me. And we're driving down a road that is only wide enough for one vehicle on a swamp, with swamp on either side. You can smell it. It smells very swampy. And water on both sides of the road. This would be a really fun road to ride on an icy day. We can slide off into the swamp and into the water. Very, very interesting road.
Here's the contact information, the Harbour House Bed and Breakfast. That's Pat's place. And we also met the gentleman who does the PADI certification. That's called Water World. And those are available to you. Water World's been apparently written up in the National Geographic Dive Center.